so excited to be continuing the Cafecito with the President. Had a great time sharing a little bit more about myself. This month we're focusing on Herencia as a Hispanic serving institution, Hispanic Heritage Week, Herencia Week. We have a lot to celebrate, and hopefully you have participated in those events. Herencia to me personally means, in terms of what we're doing here, especially at SRJC, but personally it means a recognition, so recognizing, honoring, and naming the intercultural fabric of the Latino, Latina, Latinx community, not just here at SRJC, but throughout the county, throughout this state, throughout the country, and globally. And so what it means is it's an acknowledgement that the diversity of our community is made stronger and more whole when we name and create space for cultures to come together. So my experience, I feel like the Latino, Latina, Latinx community is, the culture is community and justice oriented. And so in so many of the things that we do, it's about bringing people together, bringing generations together, the passing down of oral traditions and oral stories, and educating of young people, old people. And so one of the things that I'm always excited about is that when in my home, one of our traditions every year is to make tamales. And it's not just about making tamales, it's a recipe that's been passed down through generations. It's about creating the space where my mother and my sister get to teach me still and my children, and therefore a community that comes in, about our family traditions and the stories and the roots of where that comes from, and why we come together and why we then gift them to people. We make a lot, we can't eat them all, but really that is our sharing, that's our love language in terms of sharing something that's so important to us with our community and people that we care about. So I shared earlier about what I love about the Latino community is that we like to bring community and be justice oriented. And so something that I'm really proud of and that I want folks to know is that the mere work around the desegregation in the educational system was because Latino families came together and said this is unfair. So you have the Alvarez v. Lemon Grove district in 1931 that was challenging this notion of Mexican schools and white schools, and so families coming together and saying this is not fair for our children. And then we have in 1947, Mendez v. Westminster also taking on a school district that was challenging the notion of segregation for a predominantly Latino community. And then that leads the way for Brown versus Board of Education. And so what people don't know is that it was families from local communities that came together and said, this system is not treating us well. And their advocacy wasn't just for Latino students, it paved the way for school desegregation throughout the country. I'm so proud of that story, and I want for more people to know that the Latino community, even when we're trying to organize and address whether it's food, migrant farm worker rights, or food rights, or whatever the case is, that we do it in the spirit of what is going to improve the quality of life for our entire community. Stay tuned for future Cafecitos with the President. I'm looking forward to a new format, getting a chance to explore additional parts of SRJC, and getting to spend time with colleagues. So tune in. It's going to be different, but it's going to be good.